down in the Southern Water Tribe, the other hemisphere, it's winter. So underneath her parka, this is her new, like, kind of longer sleeve, still very athletic looking, but her new costume. And I always like kind of asymmetrical elements in costumes, so she's got this kind of Mandarin style asymmetrical top, and then these longer sleeves. I just like that she looks a little meaner and has those kind of June style arm bands. And next slide. Mako's got this cool winter coat. Pretty snazzy. Still has this scarf, which is appropriate for the winter. Next slide. Bolin's very close to the table. Nice. Got a cozy winter desk and his little isotoner gloves.
My hand's changed.
Yeah. Isami has taken over running her horrible father's company. So she's got a little bit more of a business attire. She's sort of grown up in the world. Next slide. But she's still a badass.
That's really cool.
Little play on her racing leathers. Next slide. Ten.
It's like the same.
So now he has like 5 floats.
And it's way down, man.
Yeah, it's definitely layered. Next slide. So.
In book 2, we briefly mentioned them at the beginning of book 1, and then we saw Boomy arrive in Republic City. But both Boomy and Kaya, their sister, will be part of the second book.
Even though Boomy has no blood relation to the old King Boomy, he definitely has that spirit, and I thought it'd be cute if he had some pink earmuffs.
Yeah.
This is like old army surplus jacket.
Pot belly there, too.
Yeah. In the 6 months since we last saw him, he got a little pot belly. Next slide. Ryu did some awesome expressions based on the Boomy character design. So Ryu always can breathe incredible life.
He's our art master. We bow to him whenever we come in the studio.
And next slide. This is Kaya.
Cool.
She is a waterbender, and she's got a little bit. She's a free spirit too.
Kind of a hippie.
Yeah, a little hippie-ish. Good at the healing, of course, and
her favorite song is Secret Tunnel.
Yeah. To the spiritual side of things too. So.
Yeah. And she kind of has a special bond with Jinora, which is cool. Next slide. And you know Senna, this is Korra's mother.
And so yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Korra's parents in this season, which is exciting.
Next slide, just a little parka variations, just closer to how you saw her in book 1. And then we've got Sanrak, Korra's father, and designed by Joaquin Dos Santos, and he's a studly man.
Both Joaquin and
yeah, they're both very studly. Next slide, and this is him without his parka. It's a big dude. We always imagined Korra's, Korra was largely inspired by Gina Carano, the MMA fighter, and I once read that her father was like a linebacker or something in the NFL. And I love the idea that Korra, being the tomboy that she is, just has this huge dad. Even though he's kind of a nice, gentle guy, he's just like this, just a brick wall. Next slide. I think we have some nice, Ryu did these great head studies and expressions. And we get to see a little flashback. I think some of you will enjoy this. Next slide. Sanrak, early 20s in his PJs. Or at least half of his PJs. So, got Sanrak's brother, Korra's uncle.
So the Korra family kind of widens out a little bit. We get to see more of her parents, and then also we are meeting her uncle, whose name is Udalak, and he is the chief in the northern tribe. And so we're going to kind of delve into the backstory of these brothers and kind of how Korra's fate kind of ties into to her whole family and the northern and southern water tribe.
Yeah, like the relationship between those tribes since, the war broke out 150 70 years ago. Next slide, we've got his fancy winter cloak.
And whereas Konrak's kind of the real warrior type guy, Unalaq is much more in touch with the spirits and everything. So he kind of becomes like a mentor to Korra in that regard. It's like a professor.
Some more great head studies by Ryu. We draw the characters, we just give it to Ryu. So, all right,
He brings them to life.
Yeah.
Like, just make them actually happen.
make it cool. Next, and you're gonna meet Konrak's children, and they're twins, twin brother and sister, and this is the brother. This is Desna, and I think you can get a bit of his personality. The next slide, and then his sister. They're very androgynous and kind of creepy.
She's got makeup on though.
Yeah, she has a little bit of makeup, and I think she has little hair ties. That's about it. Next slide. I love that hand position. That was by Ryu. And some great expression sheets by Ryu. And man, I wish we could tell you guys the cast, but we're not allowed to tell you yet. And then this is a great.
This guy is awesome. His name is Varric. Kind of a Howard Hughes sort of a little bit of a playboy kind of guy, but he's also a very inventive guy. He's a shipping magnate and
Captain of Industry.
Yeah, he's one of our more humorous characters. He and Bolin have a great rapport during the season.
Next slide. He's also very eccentric.
The magician.
Makes money appear.
So he's of Southern Water Tribe descent, so he kind of factors into the storyline in that way.
And these are some amazing. These were expression sheets done by Ryu, but they were taken from Lauren Montgomery, our other amazing supervising director, who is here. Lauren, I know she won't stand up, but I think Ryu is here. Is Ryu here? Ryu, please stand up.
Yeah.
So Ryu did these cleanups of Lauren's amazing storyboard acting.
Lauren has the weird ability to channel like 1940s crazy, zany, over-the-top acting.
Yeah.
So all her storyboards are so expressive.
Very cool. The next slide. And this is one of many spirits that you will meet. You're going to see a sequence right now from the animatics with this particular spirit. You want to set.
You will see no shortage of spirits. You're gonna have to be spirited out.
They're really fun to design. Joaquin, I based this one on Joaquin's storyboard, and it was really fun to do.
Yeah, why don't you explain what we're about to see, Joaquin?
Yeah, just keep in mind that these are storyboards. This is actually an animatic, so it's sort of the rough template that we give to the overseas animation studio, so they know the shots and they know the overall direction. We go a little above and beyond what normal storyboards and animatics look like, and we kind of fancy them up with After Effects, so there's even closer representation of what you'll see in the final picture. They're rough, so keep that in mind.
Not final animation.
Yeah, it's some cool action sequences that you can expect from season 2.
All right, let's go to